welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ahmed at Altcoin Era. Currently, I'm very sick, but I want to drop some alpha just to help you along your way. I upload every single week without a doubt, so make sure you like, subscribe, and join our private members. Let's begin. And no surprise here, gold is performing very well. While I was sleeping, I made even more gains. Okay, I did say that gold is going to outperform Bitcoin, and it has. If you look at gold and compare it to Bitcoin, very easy to see that gold continues to do this. We're oscillating around here. I'm looking for another breakout to this area right over here. You should be sitting on some gold and some Bitcoin. You don't really want to be sitting on the dollar. You don't want to be sitting in treasuries. DXY is falling off a cliff. No surprise there. Bitcoin is really outperforming. I did say the naysayers didn't believe me. They didn't believe me. They thought Bitcoin is just simply lagging. But how long now? How long do we have to wait for this lag? What, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 months? Make your mind up. My target still stands, and I've been the most vocal I've ever been in my life. I did say to you plenty of times, we're heading up here. Everyone and their hamster, as a contrarian I am, is looking for prices over here. We don't do this in this channel. Yeah, wherever the herd is looking, we're going to capitalize. And it's heading much higher. I just want to say something quickly. A lot of YouTubers, influencers, they kind of disappeared during this period. They've now emerged. Now, surprise, I'm seeing them on my feed now. And they all came back from the dead, just like Easter Sunday. I want to show you something, guys, something interesting. This is Bitcoin, and we're going to divide it by equities, the Nasdaq. Bitcoin is actually outperforming equities. The last time we done this was during when? Have a wild guess. Have a very wild guess. When Trump came into power, that was the last time. After that, that's all she wrote. But now, it looks like we're about to form candles, not wicks this time. Here is my tweet, and you should follow me on Twitter. No surprise, we're heading up higher. Ethereum is moving sideways to down. You all know this by now on this channel. Ethereum is heading sideways to down. Bitcoin is heading upwards. I think everyone in crypto can categorically agree that majority of altcoins do not follow Bitcoin. I repeat, majority of your altcoins do not follow Bitcoin. That's why it's very important to know what coins you're going to pick. There are 20 million altcoins out there, and only a few of them will actually correlate to Bitcoin. Ethereum is having a hard time, and it's going to continue to have a hard time until the Fed pivot. But it doesn't look like they're going to pivot anytime soon. There is now a 28.6% chance that the Fed might raise. This number changes on a dime. Yesterday, it was almost at 50%. Today, it's at 28.6%. Ethereum needs the Fed to cut. It's pivotal for risk assets, for interest rates to come down in America. Bitcoin is heading to my target of 92,000. The altcoin index is at 20. Like I said, this is a good time to start nibbling on some alts to sell into strength. Us in our private group have already, well, the ones that listen to me, have already bought the weakness. I know it was tough. I know it was very tough during that period. It felt like Armageddon. It felt like World War III. It felt like a recession. However, we stick to the plan. And the plan is that we continue to buy weakness. We're already selling into strength with some of our good altcoin plays. Join our private members to find out more. I might be ill today, but it doesn't mean that we don't make money in these markets. Up, down, or sideways, we continue to find edge, alpha, and value in the markets. Some quick honorable mentions. We're selling into strength now. Okay, this coin during this whole meteoric downturn, I'm talking about recession fears, I'm talking about gold going parabolic, Bitcoin transitioning from a tech asset to now gold, which is outperforming the Nasdaq, to this coin right here. We went up a whopping 269%. Not bad. We sold into strength and we're moving on. Another honorable mention is Fast token. We made some considerable gains and we sold into strength. Currently, it's up for the year 125%. If in doubt, look into Ethereum. Majority of your favorite altcoins are correlated to Ethereum. If your coin is a utility coin or anything in between, majority of the time, it follows Ethereum. It doesn't follow Bitcoin. You have to really study the markets to find coins that really correlate with Bitcoin. On the larger time frame, I can see Ethereum move sideways to downwards. Ultimate target in the next couple of months is probably new lower lows. We might possibly see higher highs. We might possibly see a turn of an event, but it's going to be brief. If Bitcoin continues to move on higher and higher, Ethereum only catches up when Bitcoin goes downwards. It's correlated to Bitcoin when it goes downwards. If Bitcoin gets to 100K, then Ethereum could see a slight bounce, but these are long-term plays for me. ETH is the largest holder of stablecoins, and in this new era of Trump economics, Ethereum will play a role in this new administration. Either looks like it's in no man's land, and I will be buying some more if it gets to here at 25 cents. Solana pretty much in no man's land, not really going anywhere fast, probably go to 175, maybe 185. I've seen the charts where Solana is actually outperforming Ethereum. No surprise there. To be fair, AVAX formed a double bottom and probably head up here. I like Tau. Tau looks good. Remember the analogy I gave plenty of times. Remember the story I gave, Yellow Brick Road. If you haven't seen it, go check out my other stuff. And this has broken the Yellow Brick Road, which is a positive sign. However, this was just a fake out and we continue to go lower. Will this be a fake out? Who knows? But the last time we done this convincingly was right over here. We broke out. I don't know if you can see it. This line here, basically, and we finally broke out here, made new higher highs. Sorry about my drawing, but you get the picture. Here is a better illustration. You basically draw this trend line right over here. Okay, it broke this trend line. We thought it was a fake out, wicked all the way back here. Look at this massive wick, and then continued to make a double bottom, and we made close to all-time highs. Okay, this clearly was a what? What is it? A altcoin rally. This right here, if it's a fake out, then it could probably go right here, maybe form a new lower low, fake everyone out. The bulls here and the bears, and then we can break out. Casper is making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Can it continue to bleed and probably get to these lower areas? You can DCA, but if you want to see it go to like around here, it's not really going to be advantageous. There's too much risk to reward. We're going to quickly look at the 10-year, and the 10-year is increasing. This is a really bad sign. The bond market is telling the Fed that we might need to increase. That's a bad sign. Or we might need to hold for now. If this continues to go up higher to around 4.75, we're in big trouble. As of now, it's fine. And finally, the infamous Bitcoin dominance. This is terrible for altcoins, going to head up higher. Gold is going to outperform the Bitcoin dominance, to be fair. So you can either sit around in gold for quite some time. I think gold is the play of the year. Bitcoin dominance probably going to head to this next area of 67, probably bleed even more alts to 72. And it's going to be vicious if we make an all-time new high, which currently I won't be surprised, to be fair, if we make higher highs at 72. If we get to 72, that's going to be detrimental for altcoins. I think Ethereum has already taken a knee. I think there are a few other pockets of liquidity that need to bow down to Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin needs to bow down to gold first, and then I think the altcoins are going to bow down to Bitcoin. That's it for now. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join our private members. If you want to get ahead of 99% of participants, if you want to just use emotions, get wrecked in this market, go ahead. But if you actually want some genuine help in this market and actually participate, then join our private members. See you soon. Peace.